Thank you. So last week was hell. This week could be better. It would have to be. And we could move on to another story. That's how it usually works. But that doesn't feel right. And if we only wanted to give you cheap laughs, we'd just show you Brian Kilmeade's SAT scores. But unlike most stories that happen in life, the assassination of Charlie Kirk is immune to news cycles and short attention spans and unchanging media bias. That should have been true when Trump was shot, but because that story exposed the media's own complicity, it disappeared faster than Tim Waltz when a car backfires. But Charlie's murder exists now and forever, and his martyrdom resonates all over the world at marches and vigils. But it also had its share of ghouls safe in their protected nest, cheering his death. Like a guy named Bob Villain. I guess the name Bob Douchebag was already taken.
I want to dedicate this next one to an absolute piece of a human being. The pronouns was, were. Because if you take you will get banned. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk, you piece of.
You know, I miss the days when rockers used to get high on drugs and not the stench of their own farts. This dope thinks he's speaking truth to power, but he's never expressed an opinion where there was potential for dissent. It's like when Hillary would call Trump racist when she was giving a speech, or Colbert doing the same in front of his live studio audience. People cheer, but that's like a zookeeper thinking he's George Carlin because the hyenas laughed. So this goon is no punk, he's a pussy. The cowardly opposite of Charlie. Charlie could face his critics, but if this guy were in the same room with Charlie, he would be humiliated. And no one would dare shoot this guy. Why bother? His preening ignorance would be an ongoing death sentence. Of course, now he's playing coy as he tries to deny his own words. But he's as bad at walking it back as Joe Biden was at walking forward. Of course, Charlie was talented, charming, persuasive, and brilliant, and this twerp is none of that, and he knew it. And for the envious, it's better the good die than the bad change. True, Charlie was divisive in that he showed us the dividing line between truth and bullshit, between good and evil. I bring that up to show you the contrast in reactions. On one side, there is an awakening. You can feel it, and it's huge. On the other side, a mass cognitive dissonance. You're watching people getting fired for their behavior. Many of them, teachers in positions of power over your children, cheering a young man's death. I tell you, school was much better when teachers only had blue hair because they were 105 years old. What's telling, of course, is their shock at being fired, cocooned in a bubble where the only oxygen is the steam from their own bull. They just assumed that their opinion was acceptable, but then reality pierced their bubble. And it was with no help from the media. After all, they're the ones who built the bubble. Nope, this is just us doing it. And we do not care how the media tries to portray it, for they are as dead to us as the muskrat on Maxine Waters' head. For us, the murder of Charlie Kirk is a transcendent experience. For the loss is both personal and connective. I feel it, you feel it. It's bigger than you and me because it's all of us. And as it's often said, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. But on the other side, it's just a whole. And they fill it with cognitive dissonance. Their thoughts no longer match up with reality, so they must rationalize their previous beliefs to protect them from the horrible realization that they might be the bad guys. Think about it. If you support assassination, mutilating children, and letting killers roam the streets, it's damn near impossible to say, I'm one of the good guys. Without cognitive dissonance, you'd hurl yourself off a bridge. So how do you know it's happening to them? Because it's not happening to us. We aren't rationalizing our feelings. We witnessed the murder of a young, bright man, and we know what we are feeling, what we are doing, and what we're going to do next. So, what do we do next? Well, ask yourself, are you doing all you can to spread Charlie's word? Can you do more? You can meet with others and talk about it. You can lead by example. Do more of what Charlie did. Engage, but never do it alone. And like with Turning Point, others will notice and think, who are these happy, serene people? I want what they have. Because something tells me that so many people on the other side, the dark side, they're looking for a path out of this madness. Even they know deep inside that they need help. You might be the one to give it to them. Let's